For some, there's this idea that to be in your soft girl era, you need a man. But for me and other women who truly understand what the soft girl era means and is, we don't. And before I get into describing what the soft girl era means for me, let me just go ahead and be clear. This is not me saying, oh, I don't need a man. I'm this independent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't allow myself to put my life on hold because I'm waiting to be chosen by a man or because I'm waiting for a man to come in and make my life easier. No, I do that for myself already. I'm making it a practice. I'm being intentional about it already before my man shows up, before I even make that something that he could possibly feel burdened by. So, what the soft girl era means to me, it means taking care of myself. It means being intentional about the way I show up for myself, intentional about the things that I do for myself, nurturing myself, taking care of my mental health. Did I say that already? I don't know. But if I said it twice, that's because it's very important. Making sure that I am emotionally regulated. And the way that I do those things are I show up for myself by doing what it is I say I'm going to do, keeping my promises to myself. I nurture myself by making sure I do something at least once a week, if not 3 or 4 times a week, that I enjoy, like reading, writing, going to libraries, coffee shops, sit down and journal and write, buy myself flowers. I like yellow roses in particular. I don't know. I used to like real dark roses, but now I got this thing for yellow roses, like real vibrant, pretty yellow roses. Not the light ones, but the kind of dark ones. Anyway, and I go to therapy to process things, hash things out. Yeah, and I travel. There's something else that I enjoy doing. Like I put myself in my sophomore era. I'm not waiting for anyone to show up and do that for me. And to me, if I was a man, that would kind of be something like a red flag. Like if a woman was, I don't want to say expecting because I don't feel like it's wrong. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with expectations. But like if that was kind of like a demand that a man comes and put me in my soft girl era, like that would kind of be a red flag for me. Now, what I will say is that if you are a man and you see a woman already in her soft girl era, you have to know that you're going to have to be able to add to that, or at the very least, not subtract from it. Like if you see her in her soft girl era, don't come making her life hard. If she's fine, she's doing well, don't come turn her life upside down for your own selfish reasons and your own selfish gains, especially if you don't intend to add something of value or something good to her. And I'll say, like I said, it's a red flag. It's the same as if a man is telling a woman, I need you to be my peace. No, I'm not going to disrupt your peace, but why you don't already have your own peace? It's a red flag. I'm sorry. I will add to your peace. I will not take away from your peace, but I will not come into your life to be your peace. No, red flag. Red flag. But anyway, so another reason why I'm not waiting on a man to come into my life and put me in my soft girl era is because my soft girl era is already self-funded, self-protected, and intentional. I don't need a man to fund it. I don't need a man to protect what I am building for myself, just as long as he don't destroy it. And I'm intentional about doing that for me. Yep. So a lot of, and since, so I haven't always done this. I haven't always been in the soft girl era. Because being a single mom and having to carry the load, the responsibilities of raising kids by yourself, you can tend to think that you can't have a soft girl life because your husband's trying to make sure everybody is okay and everybody is taken care of. But since my thinking and my mindset has shifted on that, and I know that I can do that in addition to being soft in my soft girl era, it seems like life has just opened up and expanded for me. I move through the world with more grace and ease than I ever have once my mindset shifted on what being in my soft girl era really means to me. And that's another thing. You have to define it for yourself. I wouldn't fall into some of the trends when it comes to soft girl era, or be on the side of the discussion where you're waiting on a man to come and give it to you. I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not saying don't. What I'm just saying, I wouldn't recommend it. Especially with social media trends. Like, how many of them are really helpful for us anyway? But yeah. So yeah, life has opened up once I really just allowed myself to be in the soft girl era and change my mind about it. I had some things to happen in life that, tried to knock me out the road of being in that or embodying the soft girl era. But I always come back to that. And it's easy to do when you define it for yourself. What else? Oh yeah, another part of, and I don't know, I might make this a series. Another part of the soft girl era for me, and it's just kind of going back to how I show up for myself and doing things that I enjoy. But I say creating your signature self, like clothing yourself in a way that makes you feel good, lighting candles, surrounding yourself with your favorite scents, whether that be perfume, body oils, anything, all those things. Like, where you like to give yourself a nice beat, do makeup, all of that stuff, if that's your thing. Speaking of which, me personally, I like putting on a full face of makeup for special occasions sometimes, but for the most part, and lashes, because sometimes, without them, I'll be looking bald-eyed. But I don't have on none now. I just have on like liner and, some lip just to add a pop of color to my face. But even doing that, what works for you? Full face, minimal, whatever. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel soft, do that. You define it for yourself. And y'all should be able to tell I done got real comfortable, because when I first started making these videos, I used to come up here with a full face, but now, baby, it's just liner and lips, because I ain't got time for all of that. And trying to do too much can take you out of your soft girl era too. Like, it can, don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do all the things that people deem as what qualifies as being in a soft girl era. Just do what works for you. So, I might go in layers on it, because it's different angles that people talk about when it comes to the soft girl era. But I was talking to my friend tonight, and we was talking about, how women talk about men, putting them in the soft girl era. And she was even talking about it from a different angle. She was talking about it from the angle of just having that man there, like, who makes things easier for you. Not like, it's kind of like what I was saying when I say, like, if you're not gonna add to the softness, at the very least, don't take away from it. And I feel like if you have a man who comes in and does things for you, that makes life easier for you, that's not him giving it to you, but that's him, like, adding to it. Especially for a woman that likes acts of service, and that's whose love language is acts of service, which that's my one of my top love languages. Like, I can do all the things for myself, And I don't mind. And I will continue to do it because I enjoy doing it for myself. And I know it has to be done if I want it done. But if a man comes in and without me having to ask and he just does it because he knows, it makes it easier for me, I'm not going to be entitled to it. But it's definitely going to make me like, very appreciative and thankful and add to myself. It's going to add to my softness. So, yeah. So, anyway, to bring it home and to wrap it up, lady, girl, if you are someone who's waiting for a man to come into your life to make life easier for you, don't do that because you can do that for yourself. And then when you find a man, hopefully a good one with a great character, he's going to add that. He's going to add to that softness. We're not waiting for the soft girl era. We're not waiting to be soft. We're not waiting to embrace femininity. We're not waiting to do the things we enjoy. We're not putting our life on hold for softness. But yeah, if this is your first time here, my name is Latrice. Here's where I think out loud, reflect honestly, and name patterns that keep us stuck. If anything here resonated with you, feel free to take what you need. And if it doesn't, feel free to leave it. And I will be back tomorrow.